like I've got very much energy. Don't feel like I can go on for too much longer. And I'm going to do my shopping before I do that, so that tomorrow at least I will have some food to eat, but that's going to be now for £4.50 as opposed to the £5.
Yasmin, it sounds hardcore. It really does sound hard.
Very much so. So after work yesterday, I did go and do some shopping.
Yeah.
I was able to buy a box of cereal,
Right.
2 pints of milk, a loaf of bread, and 6 economy eggs.
And that was your £5?
And that's my £5.
Oh, my goodness.
All I have left is 50p for some spinach.
Oh,
Yes.
my goodness.
It's really interesting because I was when we were watching the footage, you mentioned the fact that there were some people that had kind of come together.
Yes, yes. That is one of the things that's quite nice,
Yeah.
though. People can come together and you can sort of maybe buy a bag of rice flour or something, or some atta, or something that you can actually do collectively, or a bag of onions, which is a nice thing to do. But I thought it does make it a little bit easier.
It does, but I think for me, it kind of showed you that ultimately something like this is the spirit of coming together and helping one another, because as an individual, £5 alone is not going to get you far.
Well, that's exactly the case, isn't it? It doesn't
So
take
when
you
they
very
pull
far
together as a team and then sort of put their resources together, it shows you what can be done collectively as a,
What are you finding especially difficult at this moment? Is it the hunger, or is it the feeling of just being drained and not having that energy? What's the most difficult bit at the moment?
I feel really drained. I think that's one of the first things. Like I felt yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so tired and lethargic. You can't have coffee, you can't drink tea, I can't budget any of that in. You think, you know, somebody said to me, can't you buy a small pot of coffee? I was like, no, I can't budget it in. You know, I've got to think about food. I've got to think about the fact that I've actually got to keep full, and I've actually got to be able to get through the day. I can't have coffee, I can't drink tea, I haven't got any fruits, I haven't got any juice, I've got water. And you just look at the little things that you take, you know, you take for credit or granted. You know,
all
milk
these things that
for
become
cereal.
luxuries, isn't
Exactly, exactly, most definitely. And when I thought about that this morning on my way to work, I saw loads of people holding their cups of coffee, and I was like, I smelt it, and I thought, wow. But that's actually, that would take up your whole £5 budget. A cup of coffee from any of these shops is like £3.30, something like that. And you realise your breakfast actually makes up more than your whole week's worth of food.
Yeah, it's
Can I
crazy.
also ask, the foods that you're able to afford, are they actually good quality in the end? Because now it kind of raises in your mind, you know, the things that are really supposed to be healthy for you, like the vegetables, they end up being so expensive.
Well, I think one of the things that came up was organic food, right? I always eat organic and have free range, but when I looked into purchasing food for £5, that's clearly not going to be possible.
It can't be a very nutritious diet on £1 a day.
I actually saw other videos of similar ones like you did yourself, and they were saying that they were having to get economy tins of vegetable to be able to make that £5 go far. So
no, exactly.
It kind of, I don't know, for me, it kind of struck me that you get the malnutrition in twofold. The fact that you're not getting enough food, and plus you're not getting the right food.
I think when you look at people who are having to live in this way, why do we think they're in the dire state that they're in? They cannot afford foods that are actually good for them, and actually nutritious, and actually able to take them through their day. Just because they're filling them up doesn't mean it's actually doing them any good. You know, because the only foods they can afford is really, really cheap food.
Absolutely, and this is the thing we have to remember as well, it's not just the food, but also, you know, their fuel and things like that, so cooking times are limited as well, so there's lots of other things to think about. Jazakallah khair, sis, we're going to have to stop you there, but we would love to hear how you get on, so we'll be keeping an eye on your progress, inshallah, and all the best with this challenge. Unfortunately, it is that time again when we've come to the end of the show, but don't worry, as we will be back again tomorrow, inshallah, and we have a great discussion into mother and daughter relationships. Here is another reminder of this week's competition.
This week on Women's AM, we are holding an exciting competition for you sisters out there. Up for grabs are three £50 worth of tuition vouchers from LCE Tuition Centre. To be in with a chance to win these vouchers, all you have to do is answer the following question. How many prophets are mentioned by name in the Holy Quran? Is it A, 35, B, 25, C, 20, or D, 124,000? To enter, email your answer A, B, C or D to womensam@islamchannel.tv, along with your name and address and what you most like about Women's AM. The deadline for entries is Friday the 2nd of May 2014 at 4 p.m. All applicants need to be over 18 and residing in the UK. Please note only one entry per person per household. This week, 3 winners will be randomly selected from correct entries, and the winners' names will be announced on Tuesday's show, so get entering.
Don't miss out on those great prizes there, inshallah. To round up 2 great episodes about marriage, I want to leave you with these words from Su'aib Webb. Relationships can't blossom unless there is meaningful communication. That's why supplication is the key to worship. It's the sign of meaningful communication between God and a person. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.